Do you know that Brazil offers free healthcare system to the entire population? Yes, it does, and this system is called SUS. SUS is a free public healthcare system available to all citizens independently of where they are in the country, and it offers medicine, hospital treatments, exams, consults, vaccines, sanitary surveillance, and everything that is part of a healthcare system. It's available to all Brazilians, as mentioned, and everybody in the country benefits from it. Growing up in Brazil and later on going to live in the US and even Europe, I got to know how important healthcare is to those in extreme need. So even though Brazil has a lot of economic struggles, it still manages to offer free healthcare system to the entire country. Brazil has become a very corrupt country in which many people are not proud of being part of, and I'm here to show that there are many good aspects in the country, such as SUS, and that I'm here also to create awareness of this healthcare system that is not very common in most countries. So why is SUS so important? It is important because, as I mentioned, corruption has made poverty rates increase, and these people are use SUS a lot in their daily lives, and it's extremely necessary for them. Also, it gives everybody the right to have access to healthcare, which, due to poverty, many are not able to have if SUS was not offered to the population. Also, vaccines campaigns help the entire population, especially now with the COVID-19 pandemic. Also, all restaurants depend on SUS because sanitary surveillance does checkups and inspects to see if they're following all of the sanitary rules, and also clean water and sewage are only available due to SUS. So beginning, poverty has been an important issue here in the country, and that due to corruption, it's only getting worse. So I'm here to show you this graph by the IBGE, which is the Institute of Research here in Brazil, and it shows the poverty rates, extreme poverty rates in million. So you can see here that in 2019, it was about 13,689,000 of extreme poverty, not only poverty. These people are not even able to access food, water. Imagine being able to pay for exams and consults and medicine. They would not be able to if SUS didn't pay for them. So this is of extreme necessity here in Brazil, especially to those that can't afford their basic needs. I also show here another graph of the percentage of people in Brazil that can afford healthcare. So you can see that it's really low. So here it's 14.7 until 37.5. So about 71% of the population uses SUS and depends exclusively on the public healthcare system. So you can see that even though people can afford private healthcare, the rates are too low. So it's still of extreme necessity here in this country. And also it shows that the money from the government is being used for the people. The taxes and everything are going back to people, because in a country with a lot of corruption, you never know. So this is a way that they show that they respect their people and they're giving back to them. So going on, everybody uses SUS. Even though I mentioned that people can afford private healthcare, people still use SUS. The reason is why if you go to a restaurant, if you have access to clean water, to sewage, you are using SUS, which is a sanitary, there's also includes sanitary surveillance for all of those above. And also SUS has been really important in the COVID-19 pandemic. Here's why: because it provides medicine and treatment for all of those that can't afford it. Also, the ICUs, even if you seek a private hospital and you're with COVID and you have to use ICU and it's not available, you will go to people will go to public hospitals. So everybody is using public hospitals, and there are reference in the COVID treatments because they were the ones that got the good equipment, the trainments, so they became a reference, so everybody went there. Also, sanitary surveillance is it's inspecting restaurants that are open and supermarkets especially. And if we want to go back to normal, we will have to vaccinate, which is something that the SUS is providing together with the government. So this is why SUS is extremely necessary to the Brazilian population, and it can be an example for other countries that wish to offer free healthcare to their entire country. Thank you.